Today, as every other edition, we shall be bringing to you gist. Yes, what has trended throughout the week. We shall be making sure you discover a side or a sound of our beautiful country, Cameroon. We'll also take you to our glamour page, into our kitchens, and of course, welcome guests from different walks of life. So we need to tell you, to tell somebody, to tell another person that it is time for their favorite Sunday live show on the African Eye. And as always, we are promising you nothing short of entertainment, information, and education. We're sure you're already back from church, you're relaxing at home, you've already had maybe lunch, and of course, you're just with family having a chilled Sunday. That is why we are here to make sure you have so much fun. Let's now kickstart the program, as always, with some really old school vibe as you get set for other interesting segments on the program this afternoon. Today, we are featuring Sergio Polo, and the song is titled Solantine. Once Upon a Time hit. Enjoy.
Solantine, Nsah, Mani. Écoute, écoute. Les mots d'amour de JP. Ça. Olongelese naitana mene ninyai. Olongela miho naitana mene motokawa. Tololongo e timatese manyonyolo e. Toba kwa nanje Solantino wanawa e. Marianne Biton, David Monceau. Olongelese naitana mene ninyai. Olongela miho naitana mene motokawa. Olongo e timatese manyonyolo e. Toba kwa nakem Solantino wanawa e. Madame Loé, Madame Dikoumé, de l'ambassade du Cameroun à Paris, Madame Juliette Fotso. T'es un cadeau, bébé. T'es le don du ciel que Dieu m'a donné. Je crois que si t'es pas là, vraiment je mourrais, je ne vivrais plus. L'intelligence et la sagesse de la musique, Jean-Philippe Tamba. T'es un cadeau, Solantine. T'es le don du ciel que Dieu m'a donné. Si t'es plus là, chérie, je mourrais, je ne vivrais plus. À Kribi, la belle ville, j'appelle le maire Georges Mba. Mon bonheur, c'est dans tes bras. Mon amour, je jure, c'est toi. Mon bonheur, c'est dans tes bras. Mon amour, je jure, c'est toi. T'es un cadeau, bébé. T'es le don du ciel que Dieu m'a donné. Chérie, si t'es plus là, vraiment je mourrais, je ne vivrais plus. Alain Foka, Brigitte de Miami, Ambroise Wally. Mon bonheur, c'est dans tes bras. Mon amour, je jure, c'est toi. Mon bonheur, c'est dans tes bras. Mon amour, je jure, c'est toi. Lucia Miguel Samba et Yoyo l'incontournable. La feuille que j'ai prise pour t'écrire des poèmes a été toute trempée par mes larmes. J'ai même pas pu écrire un mot pour te dire que je t'aime. Natondiwa, Mokou, Midima, Solantine. La maîtrise du volant, c'est Dieu donné. La feuille que j'ai prise pour t'écrire des poèmes a été toute trempée par mes larmes. J'ai même pas pu écrire un mot pour te dire que je t'aime. Nathan Diwa, me corou, mitima solantine. Ernestine Akono et Chantou Polo. Mon bonheur, c'est dans tes bras. Mon amour, je jure, c'est toi. Mon amour, c'est toi, bébé. Mon bonheur, c'est dans tes bras. Mon amour, je jure, c'est toi. Mon amour, c'est toi. Mon amour, c'est toi. Mon bonheur, c'est dans tes bras. C'est dans tes bras, bébé. Oh, mon amour, je jure, c'est toi.
You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, you're watching my Media Prime Sunday live show, entertainment show, informative and of course educative program Maloko, and we've set the ball rolling already. And like we earlier on mentioned, on Maloko you shall find guests from different walks of life. We tell you what has trended in the course of the week. On social, we've had stories like this that happen in school, and at the end of the day, the young man is, or the young lady is pretty much unfortunate and gets to lose their life at the end of the day. This said person was stabbed because his friends are jealous of him. Classmates are jealous of him because he's maybe what we can use the term hot cake. Yes, hot cake. All the girls in class like him. He's super intelligent. He's flexible and so many other reasons. And it so happened that this had annoyed these fellow students for quite some time, and decided to say, oh, okay, let's retaliate. They gave him 2 stabs. If we can have the picture on display, we'll be glad. They gave him 2 stabs on the back with a knife, and lucky enough, he was rushed to the health unit on time. We've raised issues pertaining to violence in schools over and over again. And sometimes when we hear stories of students having to stab their fellow classmates, we start asking ourselves the question, how safe is that school environment? Where were the school authorities? What do parents teach their children from home? What exactly do we let our children consume at the end of the day? Because they say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Oftentimes these children keep very bad company, and as parents who may be negligent at some point would realize that we are not there to tie the knot, to dot the I's and cut the T's where it is possible. This is pretty much a wake-up call to other parents out there. The world today has become much more evil than we used to know. If you're sending your children to school, don't just leave them in the hands of the teachers. Make sure you do your constant follow-up. And even if your child is showing you a holier-than-thou attitude at home, if they tell you that your child is capable of doing A or B, it is only necessary that you look deep into it. We are going to revisit this story alongside so many others in the course of today's program with our guest as well. Time enough for us to take you on our discovery page. And today we are going to be featuring the largest tribe in Cameroon. Yes, when we say the largest tribe in Cameroon, we already think about the Bamis. Yes, we think about the Bamili case. And today, Darling Gonde compiled a lot of interesting details about this community. Enjoy.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your favorite slot on Maloko Discovery, where we get to talk about 1 or 2 things you know or may not know about. That's right, today let's talk about the Bamili tribe of Cameroon. It is the largest and most popular in the country. Cameroon is not just blessed with milk and honey, but it is also endowed with wonderful diversified cultures, tribes or people of all sorts. And the Bamili tribe happens to be one of the most outstanding and largest tribes in Cameroon. The Bamili tribe is a grassfield tribe under the Semi-Bantu ethnic group and makes up 40% of Cameroon's population. Bamili people inhabit the country's western region and are subdivided into several villages, each under the guidance of a king, chief, or fawn. They are usually known for their multiculturalism, outstanding talents, and excellent business skills, which is an undoubtable fact about them. But if you still find reasons to doubt, then I refer you to view Francis Ngannou as an example of a true Bamileke man. Now, talking about the origin and roots of the Bamileke tribe, the first time the term Bamileke was ever mentioned was in the year 1884 by the Germans, where they used it as an alternative shorthand to describe the people of the western coastline region. Although the origin of the Bamileke tribe is quite controversial, and many unproven sources say the Bamileke tribe originated from Egypt, history has it that they migrated from what is now known as northern Cameroon within the 11th and the 14th centuries. In the 17th century, they migrated further south under the pressure of the Fulani. From then till now, their population has increased drastically. Let's now talk about their leadership system. Chieftaincy title in the Bamileke villages is just like in any other tribe in Africa, which is mainly by succession. For a prince to step up and claim the full title after the death of his father, he will have to spend the night with 9 women and impregnate them all in order to prove he's fit to be king. Isn't this what you see in most Hollywood and Nollywood movies? The chief is recognized as the factor owner of all the land that belongs to a given village and is seen as a dispenser of supreme justice. The custodian of tradition, social behavior within the village is further controlled through a series of extensive age group associations and secret societies, both of which fall under the auspices of the village chieftaincy. And now, the economy and mode of living. The Bamilekes are an enterprising people who have equally adapted to a casual economy. They've played an important role in the economic development of Cameroon as they are professionals, traders, artists, and laborers. The Bamilekes are primarily farmers growing maize, yams, peanuts, and staple crops, though they also rear livestock including chicken, goats, which play an important role in daily sustenance. Women, who are believed to make the soil more fruitful, are responsible for the task of planting and harvesting of crops, while the men usually help with the clearing of the land and the practice of hunting. At the seaport in Douala, especially during the trans-Saharan trades, away from that, let's talk about their culture and tradition. Of course, you know what it is. A man without a culture is like a tree without roots. The special hat you see here is usually worn by the king and weighs approximately 25 kilograms, and he is expected to wear it from the start to the end of this festival. In terms of delicacies, they have a lot, as you can see on your screens. The Bamileke man is also known by his traditional regalia, which speaks volumes for itself. It is made with a very heavy material and quite expensive too. It is called dendop, which is usually embroidered with a rectangular zigzag-like pattern. There are 2 main types of ndopes, the red and the blue. Just like every other tradition, the Bamilekes have some special habits they still value and are known for, while there are some other things which are being prohibited in the villages. In some parts of the tribe, after the death of a notable, every woman is to stop farming for a period of time and should not be seen holding a hoe or any other farming tool. The Bamileke people have an outstanding culture starting from their language, traditional meal, beliefs, extending to their traditional rites. If you ever want to visit any palace in the Bamileke tribe, then get ready to be marveled from the entrance, where you get a good view of the roof of the palace, which is usually decorated with pyramids symbolizing parts of their different culture, which also explains why some of the people believe the Bamileke people originated from Egypt. The Bamileke people speak a couple of related languages from the Eastern Grassfield branch of the Grassfield family. Though the Bamileke language is their main language, they have 5 other languages, which are the the Yemba, the Ndumba, Fefa, Ngomala, and Ngembo, which are spoken in the villages of the Bamilikes. In Ngomala, for example, a Bamileke man would tell you Otia to mean good morning, and it would be understood by all people from the various clans. They have wonderful festivals like the Congress, Ngun, and many more. And finally, let's get to talk about their marriage and burial rites. If you ever think of getting married to a Bamileke woman, then you are on the right track, because a Bamileke woman is known for her beauty and respectful behaviors. After proposing to his fiancée, the Bamileke man moves to his fiancée's family and makes his intentions known, a typical behavior in most cultures and tribes in Cameroon. He is later on given a list of what he'll give them as a dowry, and a date is fixed for the traditional marriage, and other events follow suit. Burials and other rites are quite different and vary. The burial of a chief, for example, is done before his death is announced to the general population and the burial ceremony commences. Hey faithful discoverers, as a Bamileke man would say, Mentokwa, which means thank you for watching today's episode of Discovery, as the rest of the show continues with the beautiful Faith Tata and General Talks. Until next time, stay blessed.
You're welcome back. Thank you so very much, Dolingonde, for making us discover every important detail about the Bamileke people. And if you're watching us from that side of the country, we want to say thank you for watching. And of course, stay glued to your TV screens. Time enough for us to welcome our very first guest on the program this afternoon. She's one we've grown so fond of. Yes, every time we have the opportunity of hosting her, or every time she features on every platform, she just breeds a lot of talent and potential. None other than Otang. Hello, Otang. How are you doing this Sunday?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing good. We are pleased to have you once again. The second time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how have you been?
I've been great, doing good.
And you wowed us with your results, by the way. Congratulations, though it's coming late, but congratulations from the entire Maloko team.
Thank you.
You're showing young girls out there that you can still do music, you can still hustle at a young age, and of course, bring home the best of results.
Yeah.
Okay, so music-wise, you just recently dropped a soundtrack, a remix of your hit song, Otang, and you did it with Aviero Jazz.
Yeah.
How was it like working with a big brother?
Actually, I watched Aviero Jazz a lot, so I loved his energy, I loved his vibe, so I thought he was the right person to bring on board for the Otang remix song. And since then, he has taken the song to a whole new level, a whole new energy, and it's really fun.
Okay, so wait, you and the record label were planning to do a remix?
Yeah.
But you had not yet chosen who to do the remix with?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it your idea to have Aviero Jazz on it?
Yes, it was.
Ah, and your record label just agreed?
That's because I convinced them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so what is it about Aviero Jazz that stood out for you?
Actually, I love his energy. He has high energy like crazy, and he's really an inspiration too, especially for the rap, for urban music, hip-hop like us. Yeah, so I think he's good for the song.
All right, so the feedback that you've been getting from fans, lovers of Otang, and of course lovers of Aviero Jazz has been good feedback?
Yeah, good feedbacks, and they were wow, they were marveled.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your peers? Let me put it that way, because Aviero Jazz is pretty big name. He got into the music industry. His first song was a hit, second song a hit, third song a hit, and he's had a lot of collaborations since then. And people already saying, Otang, you went for a very big star. That means much money. Is that what they're saying?
I would say not actually, but how can I put this? I would say They are not really, their mind is not really directed towards that.
Okay.
Like now you have big money. They're like, whoa, because they know I'm also a big star.
Yes, now you're talking.
So collaborating with another big star is like nothing, because they know since I'm big, it's obvious to collaborate with another big star.
Okay.
So
big star things.
yeah.
Nicely said, Otang. So, what other prospects from here? What other things is Otang planning on?
New projects, collaborating with other artists, bringing new songs to the market, things like that, and also continue to inspire teenagers like myself.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So how do you find the music scene as at now? Have you had fellow big stars? Because it is one thing for you to approach somebody, you and your record label, to approach somebody like a Vera Jazz and all I say, Ground wants you to join Otang on this project. How is your reception, or how is your relationship with other fellow music stars in the industry, especially those that are of course older than you? Though we have seen stars like yourself, but what's the relationship you have with fellow stars that are way older? How do they treat you?
Actually, they treat me like a younger sister, because since I'm a kid, I'm a teenager, they use this opportunity to encourage me since they have had more experience than me. So they tell me the disadvantages of it. They tell me how I'm going to handle it, because there's
disadvantages. What are some of the disadvantages they tell you about?
I'm not going to say.
Why not? Feel free. Feel free.
Like,
they should tell you the truth.
I'll get a lot of setbacks, people discouraging me that this music is going to derail you from your studies. But with that, with my results especially, I proved them wrong. So I think they are okay with that part, and also with the part that when I've gone to a certain level in the music, I'm going to involve myself in certain things. Yeah, those are some of the disadvantages, and they also told me to handle it like the big stars. They told me they told me to handle it with care. Yeah.
Okay. But it means they gave you challenges that you face, and of course good advice at the end of the day. So it's not bad now.
It's not bad.
So but personally speaking, as a young girl who of course you're growing, there's so many things that you've learned at this tender age, what do you think you'd say personally keeps you going? What is that one thing that you think about and you're like, Otang, you know what, I'm a star already, I'm going to keep pushing, I'm going to keep shining, I'm going to continue making really good music?
Actually, what keeps me pushing is what is at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. To be at the top, you need to be odd. So that's always my
To be at the top, you need to be odd.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't need to do what others do. Like, I'm different. To be at the top, to be outstanding, to be excellent, you don't need to do what others do. You need to be different. Your perception of everything needs to change. It needs to be different. Yeah, that's what just keeps me going.
Okay. And is that the same word of advice you have for other young
for other
stars
teenagers
watching?
like myself that keep going no matter how they try to derail your focus, but keep going. Just keep going.
All right. Thank you so very much, Otang. It's always a lot of fun having you on the program. And it's always much more fun when we hear you give us a really good freestyle, because you are non-stop and you're full of a lot of energy. Though you're going to be performing, as always, yes, you're going to perform your remix of your hit soundtrack, the remix of your hit soundtrack, Authentic featuring Aviero Jazz. So you don't have to miss that for anything. Once Otang is right there performing, you just see a different person. It's like a different side of this shy-looking lady. So are we ready? I'll count from 1 to 3. On 3, then you go. All right? Okay. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Yeah, freestyle session at Maloko TV. Yeah, the magic, the music, the money, the strategy changing the game. Electric music, America, that do with the gain. Me too, I come from the ghetto. Grand picking for my me arrow. Every day I double my hustle. Every day working for better tomorrow. Je suis à Douala, grâce à Ka, chante a cappella. J'ai pris le pouvoir, j'ai changé le game, déjà maintenant jusqu'à Kampala. La fille des Roger Mila, Kawala, Winnie Mandela. À travers mon rap, j'inspire tout mon quota et j'ai vie dans mon villa. I'm Tyra, I'm Oprah, Serena, Rihanna, Africa, Nigeria, Tanzania, Rwanda, Douala, Kinshasa, Makossa.
Woo! Woo! Wow! And just like And we're being told behind the scenes that once Otang grabs the microphone, you cannot stop her for anything in the world. So like you earlier on mentioned, you have projects that are coming up, more singles and more collabos. Is it slated for like maybe sometime later this year or next year?
I would say some for this year
Okay.
and most of it for next year.
So your next project, is it a collab or a single?
No, you don't need to know now.
Otang, come on, it's us. Say no, say uncle no. Anyway, let's keep that card in the back as at now. And when it's time for another project, you're going to join us. Meanwhile, it's still Otang, right, on all social media platforms.
Otang 237 on
Otang
Facebook,
237.
on
Okay.
YouTube, Otang 237, Instagram, Otang 237.
All right. Thank you so very much for having joined us, Otang. Though
Thank you.
You're not necessarily leaving. Yes, you're not necessarily leaving just yet, but it's time for you to perform, for you to light up. It's pretty cold in here. For you to give us some heat, and of course, let us dance to the remix of your hit soundtrack titled Authentic. So just go to the stage, the Maloko stage, where we get set, and of course, we encourage you to do well to follow Otang on all social media platforms. It is Otang 237. Check her out on every social media platform. And of course, if you haven't checked out her remix with Adjust, what are you waiting for? Why are you slow? Please make sure you do check out her latest remix, of course, of the soundtrack Toxzik. And we are going to be having Otang perform just in about a few seconds, but that will be right after this jingle break. So please don't go anywhere. Stay with us. You're watching Maloko.
on, now mannequin beats.
I'm still struggling to catch my breath. Whew. Otang lit the entire place, and we're hoping that you enjoyed it. That's what we do on Sundays. We catch fun, we have as much fun as possible. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Maloko on My Media Prime, we are glad that you are seated on the other side of your TV screens, being entertained by us in every way possible. On Maloko, we have a Discovery, which we already featured. We bring to you guests from different walks of life. We already had our very first guest. She's still here with us, and she's been joined by her dad. Yes, we need to say that because he is, and he's an excellent entrepreneur. We can give him that. We can give him that kudos because he's worked on the best projects, and of course, the results have been seen by so many persons out there. And today, he's going to be joining us, not necessarily in the capacity of Otang's father, but of course, as an entrepreneur, to dish out a few tips because it's always necessary, okay? There are so many persons out there who need that. And who are we talking about? None other than Galaxy J1. You're welcome to Maloko.
Thank you, Faith. Thank you. You're always very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And we have our little man there.
Yeah.
What's his name?
This is my son. What's your name?
How are you?
I'm fine.
He's so handsome.
Yeah, thank you.
Just like his father. So how has it been? How has it been with of course the numerous projects you've been working on? The last time you came here, we had you on Cochrane, of course we had you on Maloko, and you were talking to us about how we made it in Africa and all. The project has since been skyrocketing.
It's been so tremendous. It's history right here. Okay. I mean, with the kind of impact, we never imagined it would be like this big. In so short a time. It's just been 6 months. We've gotten to our target, you know, and the VIP winners community is always, you know, growing and growing and growing. Very soon we're hitting 1,000 and we're going to stop recruiting. Okay. We're just going to launch the project big time.
So recruitment is still ongoing, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're still mobilizing right now to get to 1,000. Okay. We've gone past 500 already.
Oh, wow, 500 already?
Yeah.
So tell us, our viewers, to those watching, what the entire concept surrounding this is.
Okay, actually, the whole concept is that we are mobilizing 1,000 outstanding Cameroonian youths, okay, so that we can come together and crowdfund to raise capital for ourselves.
All right.
So we can now launch a predictive and sustainable economy, different from what we already have right now. Okay. Because in the economy that we have right now, we don't own a market share as Cameroonian youths. All the investors are foreign investors. The market is foreign. So we want to be a part of that community. And the only way we can do that is to come together, raise capital for ourselves, because we don't know how to raise capital. 99% of Cameroonian youths have never gotten a loan or gotten finance from any financial institution, 99%. So how then do we expect to become wealthy, to thrive in the marketplace, when we don't get involved, get interested in how we make money? So we are in the business of creating wealth. So the only way we can do that is when we come together, put our resources together, and embark on this journey. Okay,
so let's say I want to become part of the team and, of course, become a VIP winner and, of course, benefit from whatsoever the entire project entails. What exactly am I supposed to do at this stage?
Okay, it's simple. The only thing to do is to purchase the book, How We Made It in Africa. Okay. Then you join the community. And from there, you're going to be having all the updates. You'll be attending the workshops. We're having workshops like every other week. Like yesterday, we had one on sales. You know, how to become a tremendous sales expert.
Oh, wow.
Yesterday, it happened at our office at Tata Credit Union building, the second floor.
Okay.
So every other week, you know, we have these seminars, and it was just for the community, you know, for members of the community to benefit. So when you are part of this community, you benefit from a whole lot, you know, of resources, of, you know, mentorship, direction, assistance in terms of getting you from where you are to where you want to be. That's because true. We're not in the business of helping poor people become rich. We're not in the business of making losers become winners. We're in the business of making winners win more.
Making winners win more.
Exactly.
I like that mentality. So we're about to go on our Vox Pop in the minutes ahead, and we're sampling the opinion of our viewers on what they think about someone saying that they want to leave off being a social media influencer. Today we have a lot of digital marketers. We have a lot of persons that make money just by being online. And for you, you take branding and social media presence very, very seriously.
You noticed that, right?
Yes, I have noticed that. Does this really work? Can you really make money off just social media activity?
Of course, that's the difference between I and Otang. Otang is a celebrity, I'm an influencer. So you are just talking now about the difference between a celebrity and an influencer.
Yes.
Celebrity is about you, the celebrity, me, he, she's a star, and so on. An influencer is about impacting lives. You know, be it, you can be an influencer very much in entertainment and beyond. You see? So I choose to be an influencer, and social media is that powerful tool that we can use to touch as many lives as possible.
Sure.
Like never before. You know, the media is the fourth arm of power in every nation.
The fourth estate.
Yes, so we now have the media at our fingertip, just a click away. So how will I not use that? That's why I keep telling Cameroonian youths, go online and start talking. You need to start selling yourself, selling your skills, selling your products online. Don't sleep. It's not possible for you. This is the easiest time to become a multi-millionaire.
So the first tip you're saying for somebody to become great with their social media presence is, what is the very first tip?
The very first thing is to understand the concept of self-image development.
Okay.
Like, you understand that so well. Before you put the picture out there, you make sure it's a killer.
Of course,
like,
of course.
A lot of people are coming here not just for Maloko, but because of you.
Ooh.
Because they want to consume you, you know what I mean?
I get you.
Yeah, so that's the first thing. Brand yourself, clean yourself up, and put your image out there. Secondly, start building content. Third, start telling a story, because your life is a story. You need to tell that story. If you don't have a job, how many people know that you don't have a job? Why are you sleeping in the house and nobody knows that you have a job? If you stay for 1 month without putting any picture online, know that the world forgot about you already.
That's true.
It's like you're dead.
That's true. The algorithms are also changing on a daily basis. Once you go sleeping for a while, by the time you come back, so many things have changed.
Have happened and they forgot about you. It means you were digitally dead. You know? So you need to be present all the time and start talking. Storytellers rule the world. That's what we are all about in the business of telling stories. You know, you're in the business of telling stories. Otang just told the story right now through that song. So come out here and tell your story. That's how you're going to make a difference. If you sleep in the house, you know, that's why I called my son to be right here with me, because he has to start telling his story. He's going to tell his friends when I was 5.
He's full of a lot of energy.
Yeah. He's going to tell his friends that when I was 5, I was on TV with my sister and my dad. You know what I mean? I saw my sister, you know, dancing, performing, and I knew I was going to be one of the biggest superstars in the world.
Oh, very well said.
That's a story already. So start telling your story, because your life and your future is embedded in your story. Get your story out there and your life is going to change. And the richer your story is, the richer your bank account is going to be.
I
like for you, I've seen you, doing radio. Today you're on TV. I don't know where you're going to be in the next 5 years, but let me tell you the truth. Your story is just getting richer. You keep investing in your story. One day, just the name Tata is going to be so many millions of francs already.
That's the game. That's the sole purpose. That's the sole purpose.
So you're banking on your story. You're investing in your story right now. And as you do it, every challenge is making the story richer. If there are no challenges, your story is poor.
Of course not. How do you develop? How do you learn and get to the next level?
Okay, looking at you, I see about 200,000 francs on you already.
Well, I cannot lie. You're totally correct.
So nobody will know what it takes to come out like this. The thing is, it just happens.
No, of course not. That's what you were saying earlier about building your image, creating content, and of course, making sure you put yourself out there.
Yes. You look so expensive. To be modest, I can say 200,000. I'm seeing from your shoes, that hair, hair Brazilian, makeup is on point. But you know what it took you to be here.
Yes.
Today.
Of course.
Maybe the producer are not even aware. But as a self-image consultant,
you have to dissect or deduce
look at your
these
nails,
things.
man. So if a guy wants to talk to you now, the guy needs to damn, is this my level? If the guy is not having a Porsche Cayenne above, he will not talk to you.
Guys, are you hearing? Everybody should build their image. Build your image and bank on it. These are entrepreneur tips for free for free on Maloko. And of course, just like we are mentioned, we're about to go on our Vox Pop page, and one of the things he touched on is definitely what we are going to be featuring on Vox Pop today. And this was compiled for us by Audrey Zatsa. And before we go on that, thank you so very much, Galaxy J1, for joining us. And thank you so very much, Otang.
Thank you.
We can't wait to see you again another time.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, time enough for us to go on our Vox Pop. And when we come back, more on today's edition of Maloko. Stay with us.
For me, for someone to abandon studies because you want to become an influencer, abandoning studies, I will not encourage you to abandon studies, but you can still continue your studies while you do whatsoever you want to do. Being an influencer, it's cool, but having something in the head also, it's very important. Because tomorrow, if you are ignorant or you don't have anything in the head, it might lead you to many mistakes in your job. So being educated is first of all the key to success. Because being an influencer, you need to be educated. You need to know what to say, what to do, and how to approach things. Which means if you're not educated, you can't be a good influencer. So the key, first of all, is education. I'll accept somebody who takes education and the influential job. If you want to be an influencer, fine, but continue with your studies and you attain a certain level where you can talk in the society, you can express yourself in the society, you can address yourself very well. It goes. But abandoning studies to become an influencer, for me, it does not really rhyme. I prefer you go with the both, studies and influencer. There you can make it. Because when you are educated, you can know how to approach people, know how to do things. You can better handle your field of influencer.
Je dirais que ça dépend tout d'abord du niveau d'études qu'il a atteint avant de prendre cette décision. Si j'estime qu'il a atteint l'âge de la majorité, vous savez, maintenant les enfants ont le libre choix, surtout quand ils ont atteint un certain âge, quand ils ont atteint une certaine maturité. Mais en ce qui me concerne, je pense qu'un enfant qui n'a pas atteint une certaine maturité et qui n'est pas encore franchement sûr de lui, je ne saurais le laisser abandonner ses études pour aller s'engouffrer dans des affaires d'influenceurs. Parce que personnellement, je n'ai pas, dans le contexte camerounais, je n'ai pas une très bonne image des influenceurs. Surtout dans un contexte où les réseaux sociaux font plus de mal qu'ils ne font du bien. Parce que nous le voyons, le rôle des réseaux sociaux dans la crise au Nozo, dans la crise, dans la crise qui sévit au nord, avec le Boko Haram et autres. Donc, à mon avis, si mon enfant décide d'abandonner ses études pour devenir influenceur, la première réaction sera négative. Mais maintenant, puisqu'on parle des droits et des libertés, mais s'il est mineur, je ne le laisserai jamais faire ça. Mais s'il est déjà majeur, ce sera, je dis bien, à ses risques et périls. Parce qu'en fait, moi, je ne cautionne pas ça. Dans notre contexte camerounais, les influenceurs, pour moi, ne nous apportent pas grand-chose.
Normalement, tout être humain doit chicoter son enfant s'il vient amener ce genre de pensée. Devenir influenceur, qu'est-ce qu'il va gagner? Parce que les influenceurs qu'on dit aujourd'hui qui gagnent de l'argent, ils gagnent combien d'argent? Mais rien. Un enfant qui va à l'école, vous connaissez, il poursuit ses études normalement et tout, il va gagner de l'argent. Hein? Je ne peux pas accepter que mon enfant devienne influenceur ou bien il dit qu'il va abandonner l'école pour être influenceur et tout, mais c'est quasi impossible. Tous ces influenceurs qui sont là au Cameroun, en Afrique, partout, sont là pour vendre le rêve à tous les enfants, à toute la jeunesse africaine, la jeunesse, tout ça c'est pour vendre rendre nos enfants médiocres. Franchement, madame, donc ce métier d'influenceur là, je n'aime même pas les influenceurs parce que moi je ne peux pas payer un influenceur pour faire ma chose.
You're welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Maloko on My Media Prime. And when you see me standing like this, you know we have a full house. And the house is full of very beautiful ladies all the way from Biggie Studios. Yes, they used to be this year's edition of Biggie Studios contestants. And of course, they are out of the house and they're here to share their experiences with us. Why they went into the house, what they were hoping to achieve. And now that they are, well, seemingly out of the game, what are the prospects henceforth if they've been able to grab something which is going to serve them as they pursue their careers and of course dreams in life as a whole. We are more than pleased to be welcoming. Let me start with the pretty Diamond. Yes, Diamond Sighan, you're welcome to Maloko on My Media Prime. Get your microphone. Yes, let people get the opportunity of seeing how gorgeous you look this Sunday.
Okay.
I love your outfit, by the way.
Thank you.
You look really nice.
You look good too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Put on your mic. I think it's not on. Let me help you. Okay, it's on. It's on. Let's go. All right, all right. So, meanwhile, who dressed you? What are you wearing?
I'm wearing Carrot Fashion.
Okay. All right.
She's been my designer since I went into Biggie Mansion. Yeah, so she's based in Douala. She lives in Accra. So probably I'll drop her contact.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Shout out,
doing
Carrot.
an excellent job.
Thank you.
All right, we have the beautiful Angel as well. Hello, Angel.
Hello.
How are you doing this Sunday?
I'm doing great.
Okay, we also have Joy. Hello, Joy.
Hello.
Fine girl, no pimple.
That's good.
How are you doing this Sunday?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm doing good.
Three beautiful ladies. You wanted to burn that Biggie house. Like, I'm looking at you and there's still many other women left in there. Many other ladies left in there. Let me start with you, Sighan. How was the experience like for you?
It's me. Okay.
Yes.
It was okay. It was fine. At least I've learned a lot in the house. And I don't want to say I regret going there because I'm out and the positive energy I'm receiving, it's what is keeping me moving. Though I was shocked by my eviction, but still, a winner never lose. We keep winning.
We learn.
We keep winning. So
okay.
It was good. It was good in the house. I met some lovely people. I had fun. I had to also showcase my talent. So to me, I think it was a good experience.
Okay, you talked about things that you learned while you were in the house. What are some of those things? What are some of the lessons you picked while being in at Biggie Studios?
Then the house, you know, we were like 20-something of us, 24, 23. We had some games that we were being given to play. You know, doing this game with your friends, sharing ideas with them, learning how to dialogue, how to cope with people from different areas. It was really a great lesson for me. It was
making sure you cope with people of different temperaments. So
it was not easy, but it was good.
Cold.
Yeah.
Okay. So Joy, what took you into Biggie Studios to begin with? Why did you say, okay, you know what? Let me try this reality TV show.
Okay. First, Biggie Studio is the perfect platform for exposure Cameroon has so far. It's the perfect platform, and so far I've been looking for the platform where I could showcase who Joy really is, and I felt like Biggie Studios was the perfect platform for that. So I was opportunity to be part of the people, so I just took the opportunity to, you know, show the world what I'm capable of. And I think in 3 weeks I showed everybody viewing Biggie Studios who I really was.
Okay.
Because I didn't receive any negative clapbacks when I came back. It was all.
So you were a good girl? Was that part of the game plan?
Yeah, yeah.
So that was your strategy? Your strategy was to go in there and be a good girl?
I am normally a good girl, so
okay.
My reality was my strategy.
Okay, your reality was your strategy.
Yeah.
Nicely said. So Angel, what was it for you? What made you say, oh, let me try this Biggie Studios of a thing? We'll never know I can have 50 million CFA in my bank account at the end of the day.
Okay, first of all, for some time now, I've been trying to get to young girls out there, trying to talk them into becoming independent, because I realized that we are more living a dependent life, and I felt threatened, and I felt like I should do something about it. So I started this platform of mine on Facebook. I was inspiring them with my own story based on where I come from. So I began looking, I discovered that the platform like my Facebook page was not enough, I began looking for a bigger platform. So I came across Biggie 237 and I decided to try my luck, not only going there to reach out to this youth, going there to also make something, probably emerge as a winner so I can come back and not just only preach to them, because in the course of talking to these young girls out there, I noticed there were some of them who've got this talent. They were really strong, they have the energy, and they needed the platform, and they needed some financial aid, which of course my hands were not up to the task. So I needed that exposure, and then
why not the money,
to be able to push them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so now that you're out, you have not had the money, what next? What's the plan?
Well, I will continue in my own little way, because before going into the mansion, I was already doing something for some of them individually. So right now that I'm back, I've picked up from where I stopped. Okay. And I'm trying to come up with more projects that can get them engaged, probably give them a job. I run a restaurant.
Oh, good.
And I've employed 5 people already. So at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to employing more persons and probably teaching them how to create their own jobs.
You ladies sound really inspirational. It shows that there was really a plan out there to ensure that at the end of the day, you get more money, and of course you help to inspire young persons more. So Joy, what was your favorite housemate while in the house? Any male that you had your eyes on? Now that you have gone out, maybe you're afraid that another housemate. You know, these things happen. Putting people up in a house. So for months, well, a couple of months, you never know, things happen. So what was your favorite housemate?
Actually, I had one person that we had this clique.
Okay.
From the onset. We just had this, you know, that clique, like we knew ourselves even before we came to the house, but I've never met before, and that was Patience for the girls.
Oh, Patience. Patience has been giving fish. Oh, has been having
a lot of people.
Fish.
I felt like I was the only person that really understood her.
Okay.
And for the male, we had Clement. That's the most annoying people. And funny enough, these people are the people bringing the highest headache in the house. So I'm like, people are like, how are you able to make them your people, even like notwithstanding what the energy they portray? And I'm like, I have that mother figure. I know how to click when nobody sees a possibility of clicking.
So you were being the mommy of the house somehow.
That I can say.
Trying to solve problems.
Not really trying to solve problems, but just being a little bit observant and knowing when to come in.
All right.
Yeah. So we have Clement and Patience. Then the third person was Noni. He's kind of weird, but we flowed.
Okay. What about you, Singer? Did you have a favorite in the house? Not female, male. You were tired of hearing about bestie bonds between people of the same sex. Do you have any male that really caught your attention and you like bonding with them? Yes.
Not like as in when you're dying.
Just like them, yes.
Yeah, I had some apart from myself. I had some couple of friends that I really bonded with.
Okay.
You know, bonding with somebody, it should goes
both ways.
You understand? Yes. I cannot be friend with you if you don't want to be friend with me. So at least I would say that I had to bond with some of these francophones like Vena, Cynthia, and for the guy I think Adash and Fish, because I would say Fish because I never had a misunderstanding with Fish while I was in the house, and we had some best kind of friendly relationship to while I was in the house. When they paired us to do music tags, we were really bonding. When we were sleeping, we used to create songs, we used to play, we used to say some kind of things. So I think I bonded with Fish also.
Okay.
I would say so.
All right. So you're a business lady. Yes, people don't really know much about that side of you. You went into the house and we realized so much more. Are you going to pick up with your business, because it was really thriving?
Definitely. Before me entering the house, I used to manage my little business. It's called Celebrity Bushmeat. I don't know if
I've had it. Okay. Yes, I ordered it. It is so delicious.
Thank you.
So delicious.
Thank you so much. So I went into the house to at least showcase myself, also to showcase my talent as I'm an artist. and also to sell my brand, the business. I think now that I'm out, I will continue with my business because I'm proud of that business because it has put a lot of things on my table, food on my table. When I'm sick, I could count on it. Though it's not something that is already established, like it's still online, it's an online business, but we render a lot of services. Like we could cook for your occasions, we could cook for your weddings, we could do day-to-day services in your doorstep, in your office, wherever. So I will continue with the business, but this time I will make sure I establish it for everyone who wants to pass by and have a taste of my delicious meal. Yes. And then for the music part, you all know I'm an artist, so
you're shooting your shots.
Yes, I've been working
sure
on
you're
some
going to multiply
songs.
the efforts.
I've been working on some songs before entering into that house, and now that I'm out, I'm still working on it because I know a lot of people out there want to see what I'm coming up with. So we move.
Very good plan. We're proud of you. We're being joined by yet another housemate, Severine, and we're glad to have you. Yes, so we have a house full of ladies. How are you doing this Sunday?
I'm doing very fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Wow, this looks really nice on TV. You guys are slaying. I'm not even sure that people will get into that big house that I know already have 15 million because the people dressed to come to this show. My hand is beating. You were almost able to outshine me, the host. Anyway, so Severine, you're out of the house, but prior to you getting into the house, what was your life like? What were you doing before getting into bigger studios?
Particularly me, I'm the kind of woman that say jack of all trades.
Oh, okay.
I do a lot of things. First, normally I'm a businesswoman.
Okay.
Yeah, I do business. I sell clothes. I sell fish too.
Okay.
Yes, and then I'm an artist, a pencil artist. Yes, I do pencil drawings, like realistic drawings.
Wow.
Yes, and I'm a runaway actress. Let me say runaway actress. Yes.
Wow. That's interesting. So now that you're out of the house, what are the prospects for you? What plans do you have for yourself? Are you just going to go back to your business and dive full swing and maybe forget about everything, Biggie?
Actually, I'm thankful to Biggie for this opportunity, the platform. It's for me, I feel better because it's for me a way to showcase my talent, to like bring out my pencil art to the open. Like, I want to be able to show that you can make a living out of it. Yes. I've been doing that so far, but I think I can do better. Especially with the platform that has been given to me. I'm very thankful. I'm using it well.
Okay. All right. So Sighan told us earlier on that if there's one key thing she learned about being part of Biggie Studios this year is being able to cope with persons and their various mannerisms and so on and so forth. Angel, what was the key lesson? What were you able to pull out of the house the moment you were evicted or while you were there with all those housemates stuck up in one space? What is that one thing that you feel that is going to accompany you and make you a better person for the rest of your life?
Well, for the very first time in my life, I got to share space with so many people. It was such an experience, I must say. It was not easy. But someone like me who has always been on my own space, I let people into my space. I don't share space because I have to share the space. It was really not easy. But one thing I learned from it is you can cope everywhere you find yourself. And the lesson I came out of the house with is something I'll never forget. You know, being able to live with people of different character, it wasn't easy. I also noticed that I was becoming more open than I was before.
Okay.
Yeah, deep within me, I felt like I'm no longer the angel I used to be, because I used to be this kind of a person that, you know, my space, I value my space so much that when someone is trying to invade it, I'm so conscious. But being in Biggie's mansion, I discovered that I could share anything I have. I could be with people I don't know from anywhere and still be very comfortable and fine with.
Nice.
So it was such an experience, I must
say.
So
So what about you, Joy? What did you pick? What's one key thing you picked from being part of Biggie Studios this year?
Actually, the key thing I picked was, I can say the key thing every flatmate, even those in the house with first pick, is cohabiting, because that was something very difficult at the beginning, but we all picked up along the line. And, you know, living with people that you know they are faking a lot of things, but you just still have to look at them and I'm like, okay,
we can flow.
We'll flow. You know, it's kind of teaches, because along the line their real self come out. So you being like not coming to them on their face. In fact, you see the part that no violence was the most like cohabiting with people who are so annoying at one point in time, but you still have to hold yourself and be like, okay, I'm gonna be okay. No violence, like you don't have to fight, you don't have to.
I remember, eyes on the prize, eyes on the prize.
It was kind of so difficult, because there'll be a time somebody will get to your nerves, you feel like a slap would be the perfect thing to quench or to settle everything, but yet you're like the camera is watching, no violence. So it was kind of difficult, but at least now in my career as a model and as a host that I want to be, you know, I'll be able to condole with annoying people. So I think self-control. I work on my self-control a lot.
Good, good. We are all picking really nice lessons from Biggie Studios. What about you, Severine? What did you pick? What's one key thing you learned while you were at Biggie Studios or Biggie's mansion?
Particularly me, more than anybody else, I picked something really big.
Okay.
That's being outspoken. I've always been the kind of person that when you annoy me, I just avoid you. And I don't talk to you anymore. I just behave like you don't exist. But how will you avoid somebody you just run into every second, every minute? So it was, I had to. There were some times they just really push you. You have to be outspoken. So you talk about it. That's what I learned. I picked it up. Like, I had to be able to air myself. That's one thing I picked up.
Okay, nice. We've learned self-control, cohabitation, and of course, being able to voice out our opinion is very important, especially given that all of you here are business women. Yes, you're involved in one or two entrepreneurial ventures, and want to say we wish you ladies just the very best. So if you were to go, if all of you were to get into Biggie Studios again, you're giving another shot, would you go? Not agree? Would you try it again, let's say next year, or let's say they call you back? Yeah, just show.
This is a really good question.
Would you go? Would you venture?
Everybody has to say about it.
John, you go, my sister. Would you accept? Would you get in again?
Nah, I think maybe that here I'll have a different perspective or different ideology if I'm going into the house. So
will you go?
I think I will.
You're giving a shot to go. Let's say now. They say Joy, get
not now, not now. Like 2 years. I will, because no
problem.
Okay, you go back.
My only thing is I do not have enough time to showcase my talent and to pepper people inside. Because I know a lot of people were watching me, but just because I was out so soon, I think I will go so that I'll take this privilege again to showcase myself, my talents, talk more about myself. But as a fake housemate, like
fake housemate.
Contest for the money.
That's it. As a fake housemate.
Yes. Okay. What about you, Angel? Would you, if you're given a shot again, would you go?
Well, if I'm given a shot again, that means I have to employ Biggie to transport my kitchen to the mansion.
Oh.
I am a caterer, and being in Biggie's mansion, I missed
cooking.
The real me. So if I'm going back, even tomorrow, it's possible. That's on condition that Biggie is going to take along my kitchen to his mansion.
You'll be the chef in the house.
Let me be the chef in the house. Fill the kitchen, just do my thing, because the kitchen is my life.
We have heard. Severine, what about you? Would you go? Would you agree?
I think she will.
I'd love to say no. I'd love to say no, but I'll go.
So it's only she loves to say no, she will go. Even if it's not being a fake housemaid, 15 million francs here is a lot of money. Because none of you left here with the intention to go and lose, right?
No.
You were going in there to have money. So if you are given an opportunity, people should take it to either ways. You may have 1,000,001 things that you're doing right now. Yes, it may not necessarily suit your plans. Well, thank you so very much, ladies, for having joined us on the program. But if you don't mind, would love if you have a professional contacts that you can give out, not your personal numbers, because these brothers out there are wild. Huh? Anybody with numbers or maybe pages that they would love for persons to follow, keep up with their lifestyle and all. Start with you, Sighan.
Definitely. Okay, if you love what I do, if you want to book me for shows, or I'm not in any level yet. Right now I'm a freelance artist, so you could definitely contact me on my Facebook page is Sighan Official, on my Instagram Sighan Official, on Twitter Sighan Official, on Snapchat Diamond Sighan. And if you want to book me to be your celebrity chef, trust me, you will not regret it. You could contact me on Facebook, Celebrity Kitchen 2020. You could contact me on Instagram, Celebrity Kitchen 2020. Of course, my business line is 693 18 5194.
Okay.
Please contact me also to be your brand ambassador. If you like what I wear, if you like what I do, I could brand for you. I could use the little exposure that I'm having now and I could sell you out. Let's do business together.
These ladies did not come to play. Yes, that's how you sell your market.
Yeah.
So Joy, what about you? Social media handles and all?
Yeah, sure. For those who know me, I am a professional ebony skin model. Let me be precise. Oh, I am a professional model, makeup artist, and I'll be starting up my own shows this November. So I am a host. So I'll maybe co-hosting with you sometime.
Why not?
Yeah. So on my social media handle, you have Instagram, Tchoupe Joy. You have Facebook, Tchoupe Joy. My Facebook page is Joy Home, and Twitter, Tchoupe Joy, and Snap, Cash Angel. So for my professional contacts, for maybe movies, video vixen, you know, commercial model, you want to use me as your billboard, whatever, you can contact me on 683 40 98 48. 683 40 98 48. That's your girl. I'll wait for your calls, beautiful people.
Severine, let us know. Let's keep flowing. Right on.
Alright, for me, first of all, I'm a businesswoman, like I said, like every form of business. Okay. Everyone. So, so for any businesses, I'm a runaway actress, but it doesn't mean I'm permanently runaway. Like I'm planning on diving back. So I've also been, let me say, face model. Yes, I do that too. So for any business, you could contact me for Facebook. I have Severine Official, Kembong Severine. Yes. So for Nsah, you have Severine Official. That's it. It's just Severine Official all around.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And for my contacts, for business contacts, if you want to get to me for whatever business, be it movie, billboards, or business proposals, you can get to me via 654 160321. That's me.
Okay, let's round up with the beautiful Angel.
Okay, for those who don't know me, I am a caterer and event planner.
Okay.
And what I do as of now, I run a restaurant and I also plan meals for families. I don't only plan the meals, I go into the families and I help the concern execute the meals, because I have this program I've been working on. It's a program that I'm still trying to come up with a team of the program. It's meant to help people, especially families, to fight against efficiencies of nutrient or deficiencies of nutrient. Now, with that, I get to go into a family, I plan their menus, I help them to execute or probably teach them on how to plan the menu in order to have a balanced diet. And then for the other part of the day, I think I'll just lay low now.
Your contacts,
but
and of
yes,
course your social media handles.
I'll just bring out my contact. My private contact is not on WhatsApp. I don't give out my WhatsApp. is 654-756797. 654-756797. And then you go on Facebook, you have me on the Angel Official or Beboh Angela. You go on IG, you have Beboh Miracle Angel. Then I have a TikTok page too. I use it to advertise my products and myself. You have Angel 1449.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. So you can now, how do I say, rush these ladies. Yes, you can rush them for business. For business.
Business. It's all about the money.
It's all about the business.
I know. But you never know. Just keep an open mind. Because none of you here said you went into that house with Beboh, came out with Beboh. So you never know. One of those rushing you could be a good business.
Everything will come after the money.
I forgot one
See
more
these
thing.
girls here. Yes.
I forgot one more thing. And also, the highest thing I do as of now is I go to people's catering companies like restaurants, hotels, and help them to upgrade their menus, because I do have a menu book I write. So what I do is I give them standard recipes, something that is can only be produced by them. Like if you go to my restaurant, if you eat my pepper soup, you can't have it elsewhere. So what I do, I go to these business places. If you have a small restaurant, small food joint, let's say you're doing Aero and you're familiar with the normal, you come to Angel. I'm going to give you a special recipe for Aero, and when you make your Aero, it's just you. They'll eat it and wow, that's it.
And for me, these women, they don't come to play, but you calm down. No. This program is only, calm down, my sister. This program is only for you people. We have many other guests. But anyway, last word from, one last detail from you.
And before I forget, I must tell you that I'm a writer.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a writer. I'm a script writer. I write to most often I do the, what do I say, comedy. Yes, I write comedy and I write movies.
All right.
I'm a script writer.
Sighan, you wanted to add one more Maggie before we go? Before we go.
It's like that jump off my head when you were saying
But
I'm sure if you're closing us now, I just want to thank everybody for watching. Please do well to follow us. We have a lot in us, a lot of talent in us. We cannot say everything here. Of course, just try to contact us. If you want to eat, you contact us. If you want us to showcase, or maybe your brands or your dress or your hair, feel free to get to us. The talent is in us. It's not trained talent, it's born talent. Shout out to everybody watching and to my
Maloko team, because yes, we are here to sell you both markets. You need to give us the atalaku.
Oh please, one more shout out. I'm already enjoying my benefits and ex-flatmate. Right now my hair, you have braids done by Peculiar Beauty Spa. I actually won a tax from them, so you know, they did a lot of things, but this is the most visible one I can show.
All right, thank you very much, ladies. Thank you very much. So these were former contestants of this year's Biggie Studios, and of course, they've said so much about themselves. The best thing you can do is, of course, follow them on social media platforms, and why not seek out their services? Try to use their services, and of course, see for yourself what they are made of. With that said, time for us to go on our glamour page, and since we had classy ladies in the studio, it's only normal that we feature more tips on how to be classy. Okay, as a woman. Stay with us, and after that, we welcome our last set of guests on Maloko this Sunday afternoon.
Hello, beautiful people. You are vibing to Maloko, and welcome to your favorite slot Glamour, where we bring to you exciting, fascinating, and enchanting themes to make life smooth. On today's episode of Glam, we'll talk about some basic etiquette every woman needs to become a high-class lady. Last week was for men, and today let all my ladies gather here for lessons and sayings. If you ask someone about what it takes to be a high-class lady, you would probably hear things like polished looks, a perfect sense of style, or tons of self-esteem. But truth be told, these are indeed a huge bonus. Well, if you ask me the same question, I would say that proper manners and lady rules is something that comes first. If you want to be a high-class lady, follow me right into the lab and learn these basic but wonderful tips. Every self-respecting lady should know them by heart. As a lady, you have to be punctual. Yes, I said punctual. I insist on this point because being on time remains one of those common sense rules that we shouldn't break. Arriving a meeting or event late promotes a negative perception of your personality and suggests you do not value the event at all. Well, be that high-class lady who is never late. The second little secret is to be gracious. A true lady stands out to be gracious when she is kind, generous, and behaves in a positive manner with those around her. Setting healthy boundaries is a good sign of a classy lady who knows her values and worth. I know it's always difficult for some people to conveniently use the words thank you. But as a lady, you have to develop that habit. Saying thank you should be rule number one, right? Remember, just saying thank you for even the smallest thing people do makes you stand out amongst many. So to be a classy lady, never forget to say thank you at any given moment. As a lady, overdressing, wearing too much makeup, or fancying a flashy amount of jewelry can make you look like you're trying way too hard to impress at all costs. And you know, a high-class lady doesn't need to prove her worth to anyone. The next important tip is putting your phone down. Well, the tendency to keep your phone close has kind of transformed into an addiction. Remember, it becomes very offensive habit if you do it around others. Putting your phone down is one of the basic lady rules to always remember at any gathering, meeting, or event. This will say a lot about you, including the fact that you value people more than a piece of electronic gadget. And point number 6 is extremely important. As a lady, don't drink too much alcohol. I repeat, do not consume too much alcohol. Having fun, meeting with friends or going to all sorts of social events is completely normal. I know ladies love glasses of good wine here and there, but the lady rule here is remember that there is a line you should never cross. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Getting completely wasted is a sign of self-disrespect. So as a lady, never get to that level. Let's conclude with some dining etiquette. Okay, I'm not going to talk about hundreds of different spoons and forks you should know of, but a few basic lady rules we sometimes forget. Number 1, never chew with an open mouth. Number 2, don't talk with a full mouth. Number 3, use a fork and knife. Number 4, take what you can eat. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers of Maloko, that's all we had for today's edition of Glam. Hope you learned a thing or two lady rules that can boost your appearance in other people's eyes. Try to implement these lad rules and see you next Sunday for another exciting episode of Glam. Bye.
Very much Quinta Fund for those tips on how to stand out as a classy lady. Now it's time for us to have some really insightful information with the brains behind the Cameroon Music Evolution Awards. We have Denzel of Denzel Media and of course Lukong Jude of Hoverance, Connect, Hoverance Entertainment, and of course so much more. Let me start with Denzel. Hello Denzel.
Hello.
How are you doing this Sunday?
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, it's always our pleasure. Hello, Jude. Happy Sunday.
Thank you very much, and same to you.
Thank you. So it's we are days to the maiden edition of the Cameroon Music Evolution. How do you feel?
Thank you for the question. We feel good. There are obviously butterflies in our stomachs, but we're ready.
Okay, you're ready.
We're ready.
Jude, are you promising viewers and of course Cameroonians who are going to turn out in their numbers a night that they are going to live to remember?
Of course, we have done our best, and we trust that God is going to see us through. Honestly, it's going to be a memorable night, and I don't think anybody should miss it.
Okay, so Denzel, what is the night going to look like? What is the 28th of October, that is to say Thursday, going to look like? What should Cameroonians expect?
So I think Cameroonians should expect a difference when it comes to how awards are done in Cameroon. I think the audience should expect a blend of Cameroon's music heritage mixed with the urban flair and coupled with Cameroon's new age of entertainment. I think Cameroon should be ready for the next phase of what corporate showbiz should actually look like. The crowd should be ready for not just glitz and glam, but for a night of unforgettable fun, laughter, music, and showcase.
Oh wow, I like that. Nicely described. So, Jude, let's now talk about how to attend. It's not like we'll just appear there. It's not like it's open for everybody. So, what are the modalities? Can we have back the image on screen while Jude does the explanation? Right on.
Yeah, the modalities to attend, one of the most common is, of course, to get a ticket, wherein we have tickets of 5,000 francs for regular tickets. We have 15,000 francs for classic tickets, and we have 25,000 francs for classic couple. But then we also have VIP spaces for those who want to be distinguished at the event. We have spaces for 150,000 francs for 4 people, and we also have spaces for 250,000 francs for 6 people, and this is going to, of course, earn them space into the award show itself and the after party, which is going to be at the Wanted launch at Bonaprizo. But aside that, the award is for artists and for entertainment stakeholders. So we have sent invitations to artists who are supposed to attend the event with their artist managers and other entertainment stakeholders who have to come and witness the whole event and understand what exactly Denzel was trying to explain, because we're not just doing it so people can sit home and hear about it. We want them to be able to come and see it so they can tell the story. We need that multiply effect wherein people come see, tell other people who tell other people, and then we head on to the next.
That's true. Very well said. Denzel made something, like you're saying, it's not like any kind of award. There's something different that you're trying to show, and the name itself says it all, but without necessarily letting the cat out of the bag. You can only discover everything that there is to know about Cameroon music evolution by making sure you are there. Any dress code, anything people should come particularly dressed in on that day?
Not necessarily, but we just want it to be classy.
Okay.
Traditional and classy.
Okay, traditional and classy. You have some really nice looking boxes here. I wonder what is in these boxes. Should I touch one of them? Should I see what it holds? Okay. Okay, so Denzel, what's in this box?
All right, so we're here to unveil the award trophies for the Cameroon Music Evolution main edition for this year. So this is what it's going to look like. They are not online yet. This is the first place the world is going to get a view of what the trophies actually look like.
Okay, all right, so we're going to do the unboxing of the trophy. Wow, this looks really fancy. I think we're going to get our cameras to zoom into it while we, yes. Okay, let me take it out and of course show Maloko viewers and of course the entire world what the award looks like. This is exactly what every winner of the Cameroon Music Evolution Awards is going to be going home with. Take a look. Isn't that nice? Like really beautiful, gold plated, and I don't think you can really feel it entirely. Yes, of course that video comes in handy. I don't think you can really understand how beautiful it looks without having to touch it, without having to feel it. So this is what the entire team of Cameroon Music Evolution decided that every winner should have. This should have cost you people a lot of money. You know Cameroonians often complain. We often complain about the quality of awards, but it shows that you and the entire team, Jude, yourself, and of course the entire team behind these awards put in a lot of work to ensure that they have an award with this kind of quality.
Yes, definitely, Faith. I'm very grateful for the team I have. The last time we sat here, I still had a lot of hair, but the fact that all the hair is gone is to tell you that we've been working that have been working really hard. So I am very grateful for the team I have, the people who have been pushing us, the partners, the sponsors, and everybody. If if you guys think that our trophies look good, then you guys should come on the night and see what we have in store for everybody.
Okay. Jude, how was it like seeing how nice these awards look like, and of course planning to dish it out to how many categories do we have again?
We have 27 categories. Yeah, and on the 27, of course, we have 22 categories that are voted for, and we have 5 categories that are non-voted categories.
Okay, and Denzel, at the end of the day, we know we have non-voting categories that you and the jury, in fact, the jury, sorry, for the award show gets to decide who the winners are. What are these categories?
All right, so we have the best songwriter category, the best video director category. We have the icon of the year and the evolution of the year. Now, the icon of the year category basically is an award that celebrates an achievement by an individual who has impacted the Cameroon music scene over a specific amount of time. It could be years, it could be more, it could be decades. While the evolution of music basically is the award given to a person whose sound has transcended generations and is very much active in today. Best songwriter happens to focus on the people who put a lot of work on making sure that the lyrics are great for us to consume. And then, of course, there is the best director category, the people behind the scenes that do the magic.
Okay, but why did you choose to make these categories non-voting categories?
Yeah, for the first 3, songwriter, video director, and album of the year is level of the year. These are categories that need a lot of statistics to be able to prove that somebody merits it. If you leave it for the public to vote, they might be tempted to vote those who are popular without necessarily knowing. For instance, how would you be able to know a song that is sung by maybe Daphne, written by Mr. Leo? They do not say it on the song that it was written by Mr. Leo. You just hear Daphne singing it. Or maybe a song that is done by maybe Dready Cry that is written by Salatiel. You wouldn't know. So these are things that we need to get into these archives and be able to bring statistics and data to analyze and then give the winners. And for the other 2 awards, the Evolution Award and the Icon Award, those are in-house awards. Those are honorary awards. They give them to people who actually merit it over a period of time. And the team sits together with the jury to ensure that they get the right people who merit these awards to get them.
Okay, nice explanation, because Cameroonians always ask questions. I am a Cameroonian, I'm really asking that question. So if you were wondering why they made these categories non-voting, now you know. So Denzel, how do I get myself a ticket? Do I call a number? Do I write to the official Cameroon Music Evolution page and all? Yes, we know that tickets range from 5,000 and above, but where do I go to get myself a ticket? Or what is the procedure to obtain a ticket? Should I ask Jude or you?
Yeah, to get tickets, of course, we already have those flyers which are circulating online, and they are on
Can we have
our
the flyers
pages.
back again?
They are on our pages.
Okay.
There are numbers on the flyers where you can be able to call, and then you get to somebody from the team who is going to attend to you. And you can also just inbox us on our social media handles, Cameroon Music Evolution, on Facebook and on Instagram. And then we also have Eno Digital, who is selling digital tickets. So you can, to make it easy for you, you can just go on Eno Digital, and then you search the event Cameroon Music Evolution 2021, and then you get to sell a ticket. So it's easy. We have Eno Digital, and then we have the flyers that are on our page, Cameroon Music Evolution. You can get details there, numbers and contacts to get to us, and we'll deliver them to you.
All right, Thursday, October 28, 2021. Do not miss out an unforgettable night with the entire Cameroon Music Evolution team. Start time, red carpet is 6 p.m. Please, no black man time. And of course, yours truly, your host with the most, my humble self, alongside 2 other gentlemen are going to be thrilling you. We have Baba Wakiza, of course, is going to be on the red carpet, and we also have the phenomenal Zogo, who is going to be joining me as well. Please do not miss out on anything Cameroon Music Evolution. This is the maiden edition, and every ambience that has surrounded the making of this event is a reason why you should be part of it. That's me doing Ataraku for you people. Now do your own Ataraku, and of course convince Cameroonians once again why they should be there on the 28th of October at Canal Olympia.
All right, so once again, I thank everybody who's been supporting us thus far. It's been such an amazing journey. The first thing that I'd like to say is that, contrary to popular belief, Cameroonians do support. You just have to give them a reason to. Okay. Secondly, the event Cameroon Music Evolution Award is not just an event. It's a movement. It's a cultural movement. Okay. First of all, we are trying to get people to understand that music is an evolutionary process. The reason we are doing Cameroon Music Evolution Awards is because we want what has been done in the past to be revisited. Prior to this, people don't know that we have also done a music documentary, which looks at the evolution of Cameroon music from then till now, the sounds, the origin, the distribution, the direction, and where we are today. So that is also going to be premiered for the fans who are also going to watch. Okay. Also, there are a lot of surprise performances. Again, it's going to be a stage for people to discover new budding talents. We have an evolved stage that is going to give a platform for up-and-coming talents who have had it very difficult to break into the industry, to have direct access to the artists. Okay. We also want to give the people who have paved the way the flowers they deserve while they are still alive. Right. So at the end of the day, this is to preserve Cameroon's cultural heritage.
Oh, nicely said. Let's preserve our cultural heritage, and of course, let's go back to the past, revisit those that merited a shout out, support, recognition, and of course, tell them that, oh, we see you and we see the work that you've put in so far. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen, and we see you on the 28th, Canal Olympia, Jude.
Sure, that's right. Canal Olympia, Bisenge, and of course, the 1/3 launch at Bonapriso.
Yes. Very important. After parties at the bomb. You know?
Yeah, and the after party is going to, I mean, just so mention, the after party is going to be another, different event, because we're going to have the main event, which is happening at Canal Olympia. Okay. And then we are going to have the after party, which is going to see a whole different set of artists performing and a whole new ambience. So we are not using the same artists for the two events. Those who are going to be performing for the award show are different artists from those who are going to be performing at the after party. We want the award show to be an award show, and the after party, the real arena for celebration. Those who have won already with their trophies and all that, they get on ground and they have fun the way they should.
Okay, thank you very much, Jude, for specifying with that. But one last thing, I know we have brand ambassadors for this award show. We didn't mention them.
Oh yeah, so the brand ambassadors for the maiden edition happen to be Nono Flavi, a lady who has over 20 decades serving Cameroonians with excellent music, with an exquisite sound. We also have a member of the Grammy Recording Board who just released an album, Mr. Leo, the Lion of Africa. We have both of them on the project as brand ambassadors.
You choose right, I must say, and I'm sure Cameroonians too agree with you. Well, with that said, no other reason for you to miss out on the maiden edition of the Cameroon Music Evolution. So see you there, Canal Olympia, 28th of October, that is to say Thursday, at some 6 p.m. prompts. Denzel said, just look nice, look classy, okay? It could be formal, and of course, it could be traditional or African. Yes, let's come and celebrate the evolution of music in Cameroon. Time enough for us to head over into our kitchen. Are you hungry?
Yes, please.
Jude, have you had something to eat?
No, I'm not. I need to eat something right
All right. Precious is letting us know that there is quite an easy way of preparing dole, making it really, really delicious, yummy, finger licking, okay, mouth-watering dole on Maloko this afternoon. Stay with us.
Hi guys, today we are making dole. That's one of the all-time Cameroonian classics. First of all, you will need bitter leaf. This is what is traditionally used to prepare dole. I have the dried version, so I've soaked it in warm water so it gets soft and nice before it gets into the pot. And then for that exotic flavor, we have some garlic, ginger, and this is crayfish seasoning cubes. And I have a little bit of crayfish just to give it a nice kick. 1 large onion. I'll be adding some shrimps to my ndole. You don't have to do this at all. I just love ndole with shrimp. Of course, here we have vegetable oil. We have some salt. We have the meat. I'm using beef, but you could use beef feet. You could use beef tripe, any part of beef, or you could just smoked fish, or you could add smoked fish to your beef, whatever works your boat. You know, there are no rules here, just go with what you have. And then here I have groundnuts. So guys, let's get started with the cooking. So I'm done chopping my meat, goes into the pot with some nice water. And then to that, I'm going to just chop a little bit of onion and keep that away because it doesn't really look good. So I'll just add some of the chopped onions into the meat. About half a teaspoon of salt, so the meat cooks and it just comes in with a lot of flavor. I'll cover that to boil. The water for the vegetable is boiling, so I'll just put in some salt in there. That's about a teaspoon and a half. However, if you're not concerned about that, you could just leave it out. And what we normally use is akangwa, limestone, but I can't lay hands on it right now, so I'm substituting with baking soda. While my bitter leaf is cooking, I'll just, these are chunks of onions, I'll grind them together with my garlic and ginger. I have about 10 or so cloves of garlic here and about an inch of ginger which I've cut. Nice cold water. And then we'll blend them. So a part of this blend will go to season the shrimp. So I'll put that for the shrimp here. Then I'll just add my peanuts to, or my groundnuts to this one and keep blending. And a little bit of water. You don't want the groundnut to be groundnuts to be a very smooth paste, and you don't want it to be very rough either. You just want it to have like to be a little grainy. My bitter leaf is all foamy, and I'll just test it to see if it's a little soft because it was really hard. So I'm just pouring this into the colander, and as soon as I pour it, I'll rinse it out with really cold water. My groundnuts are all blended. Look at that texture. So, and my meat is ready, nice and boiled. So I'll put the groundnuts in here. If your groundnuts are kind of hard after blending, make sure you mix with a little bit of water before you put, so it's smooth, it doesn't form lumps. So I'll just mix this, and while it cooks, I'll prepare my shrimps. So I'm just going to, I'll use this plate, so I'll just peel it. Look at that. So I'll just put in a tiny bit of salt. Remember, this is seafood, so it doesn't need a lot of salt. Just mix that up. So when your groundnuts are boiling, make sure you constantly stir so it doesn't burn and stick to the pot. So I'm going to go in with my seasoning cube and my crayfish. I'm using the crayfish flavor, but you can use whatever one you like. I didn't blend them, but you could blend them a little bit if you want, just to be coarse. Maybe you just pause it for like a second or so. Give that a good stir and rejoice, because food is about getting ready around here. And then my vegetables come in. I like to put about half first, stir. Oh my god, look at that. You just keep mixing until everything is married together, and at this time you can taste to make sure your seasonings are accurate. So I'll just leave that to simmer together for a couple of minutes. While that simmers together, I'll show you what I do with the shrimp. So that has cooked together for about 3 minutes, and look at that. Everything has come together beautifully as a dish, and it's time for me to turn off the flames. On this other side, I'll turn it on medium heat. Put in some vegetable oil. That's probably about a cup. They don't. You could use more or less, you know, or you could totally omit the oil if you're not for oil, if you're maybe keeping fit or something. Okay, so I'm going to chop some onions. So you just want the onions to be long and nice for the professional work and the good job. Onions are going in. Shrimp. Okay. So I'll let this cook. Shrimps don't take any time at all to get ready. Once they turn pink and they shrink a little bit, then you're good to go. Taste that and tell you what I think.
Thank you so very much, Precious, for making our mouths very watery this Sunday afternoon. If you're seated at the dining, well, this should be a late lunch. I want to tell you bon appetit, enjoy your meal, and of course, you can always holler at us if you want to share your meal with the Maloko crew. Well, on a very sad note, this day, October 24, 2021 marks exactly 1 year since the Kumba massacre. Yes, it happened on this day last year, and it was a very, very sad day when some pupils of the Mother Francisca International Bilingual Academy were murdered in the most gruesome way possible. When we talk about this, remember these students who were aged between 9 to 12 years old, and the presence of Victory, Princess, Thelma, Rema, Renee, Jennifer, and Cindy. Yes, these young persons lost their lives, and it sent a lot of shock, a lot of pain, a lot of panic across inhabitants of Kumba and of course the entire country. This day was a really bloody day, and carrying our young persons, our children, hoping that we get to save them from the pain of the bullet, from the pain that was caused by these gunmen, is a day that we had hoped will not repeat itself. But sadly, the events after this day have proven that we still have a long way to go when it comes to bringing an end to the Anglophone crisis. There was definitely a lot of clamoring for the crisis to come to an end. The people of Kumba came out in their numbers, and of course from different parts of the country, asking ourselves the question, when will this end? It was indeed a very, very sad day, and of course the memories of these young persons, especially as we take a look at Victory, who was barely 11 years of age, and so many others, their memories and their images are still very, very fresh in our heads and in our hearts, and we continue to say, may their soul rest in peace. We need the bloodshed to stop. Let's reminisce on this particular video of how hurt and how saddened Victory's father was after that particular incident, and of course, as we continue to tell these angels, rest in peace.
My first son was killed among the students who were shot. It was my first son, 11 years old. 11 years, 6 months from one. We're just in the house. My wife, she has been operated twice, and she just now for us. It's almost 1 month, some weeks. She has been operated twice. I was just struggling to do some laundry in the house. So a little girl came and she was shouting, saying, "Pastor, Pastor, they have shot your son. Victory is dead." My wife had it, she fell, and they took me. I went to the school, I saw him dead. He was among the 3 who died instantly. And for what we heard, that 3 others were taken, but 2 died on the way. Just now we are just hearing that the other one is also dead.
20 feet.
May their souls continue to rest in peace, and of course the souls of all others who have lost their lives as a result of the Anglophone crisis. Praying that this really comes to an end pretty soon so that Cameroonians can go on living their lives peacefully, and of course we can give our young ones the opportunity to live and enjoy their fatherland. We round up Maloko this Sunday on a seemingly lighter note and kind of a problematic video because it has so many persons asking themselves if at all this is the right way to go. Well, these men of God are being ordained, and funny enough, their superior is flogging them. It's flogging them as a way to tell them, oh, this flogging is to signify or represent me taking out every form of temptation that you might fall into. So let's take a look at this video for a bit. And of course, many persons have said this is totally unacceptable, and it is strange. It is very, very weird. But take a look at the population of that church, and of course the number of men and women of God that are allowing themselves to go through this kind of treatment. Where did we really go wrong? Is this what the Bible tells us to do or has told us to do to ensure that men of God act right? Well, let me be quiet for a while. And of course, if you have not watched this video, take a look.
Till the day you know, Jesus, I am your own. You are my everything. You are my strength. Till the day you will come, Jesus, I am your own. I am your own.
Some persons laughed at these videos, others frowned at it, and people were like, well, don't criticize, you never really know, maybe that's exactly what you're supposed to do. But we know for sure that there are better methods to go about teaching people to resist temptation. So many strange things happening in our churches today, and what is even more frightening is the fact that there is a huge crowd that follows some of these practices. Well, we are hoping for better days and of course for a change of heart. Let a man of God or a woman of God not tell you exactly what is in the Bible. You should find out for yourself by creating an individual and independent relationship with your God. Well, we've come to the end of today's edition of Maloko. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you who took our time to watch the program, whether you watched in silence or, of course, you were participating one way or the other. Thank you so very much. If you missed any part of the show, we encourage you to join us or join the rebroadcast tomorrow as from 3 p.m. and, of course, take the rendezvous for next Sunday as from 2:30 p.m. From this end and, of course, the entire Maloko team, it's all hugs and kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye-bye.